Hey guys. So, as I promised the other day, I was going to talk more about what happened regarding with my ex. Okay, so for starters, I have a weird thing with grief lately. It's like I don't really talk about it. I don't try to burden people with it. I guess is a thing that I'm still kind of working on. Like I'll talk to some friends about it, but usually I don't want to feel like I'm burdening. I can't even talk. Oh my god. Okay, sometimes I don't want to burden people with my problems because I always feel like everyone's problems is more extreme than mine. I know, bad mindset. I'm working on that in therapy. Trust me, I am. But yes, nonetheless, it's a thing that I'm working on. I mean, like I just talked to some friends about it the other day, who had reached out to me about it. But yes, my unfortunately my ex had taken his own life over the weekend, and I was reached out to from a very old friend. Like I said, bad blood in high school, bad blood. Haven't talked to these people in like over a decade. So to have a blast from the past like that, and have someone tell you that your ex took his own life in a very brutal way at that, it messes with you a little bit. Like I said, I mourned this guy in our relationship years ago. Like I want to say earlier this year, I had like a final closeout about it. But yeah, like I was sitting here because I was caught between if I wanted to cry about it or not. I'm still in this weird limbo state about it being like, it seems like it's just too, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right, you know? I mean, the best way I could describe it is that I don't know, I just feel weird. Like, it's just like I don't know, it just doesn't feel right, honestly. Like I said, I'd never seen him, I never heard from him in years, but I keep thinking, like, this is the guy who was my best friend, who was like a big supporter of my filmmaking. That's why it's so weird because even when I film now, sometimes it's like a little essence of him has sprinkled throughout that, because if it wasn't for him, kind of pushing me to do videos, I would not have met the people I have now in my life today because of him. So that's why I do give him a little bit of credit of pushing me to pursue filmmaking. But I'm the one who ultimately made it my whole thing. But I do appreciate that he was my big supporter until the whole cheating fiasco. But like that's a whole different thing. But yeah, like I just keep thinking like maybe I'm just mourning the guy who was very sweet, who was very kind. Like he always wanted to make people laugh. He saved a snapping turtle, even though he didn't really need to because the turtle needs to stay in water anyway. But yeah, that's how my ex was back then. That's like who I remember. Like I don't know, the man that he became just wasn't the guy that at the time that I had fell in love with. And this is the guy I say who had promised me a future, who was my first relationship. Like I didn't think I could ever date anybody, honestly. So for him to be really persistent, I had to give him credit. Like he just wasn't gonna give up on it. So he was the one that made me start thinking that maybe I could actually have a future with somebody. Like I could have this. And unfortunately, he's the same one who took it from me. But it's all right because I can find it someday with someone else. You know, um, I had to admit that after our tragic, really really bad, messy breakup, I didn't date anybody for years. I'm still single. But just last year I started having like a crush on somebody and everything, and that became a whole fiasco too. Um, but I don't regret it. I mean, honestly, like I said, I'm just a little just disappointed about how things turned out, and I feel like going back to how my cousin also died as well this year. Just these missed opportunities of like they were right there. I could have said something. I could have done something. But it doesn't mean that it was going to change the outcome. But at least I could have at least talked to these guys one last time. But I was always operating in the whole, I want to keep my distance, protect my peace, my ex's brother at one point was like telling my sister that he thought it'd be nice if me and my ex, if I wanted to reach out to him. And I had the opportunity to reach out, but I just didn't want to. I didn't want to get caught up in all the drama. We're different people. Like I said, it's been over a decade, and it's just like old wounds. You don't want to open them up. And who knows how he would have acted if he saw me. You know what I'm saying? I do feel for his brother because his brother's like a little brother to me, and I'm going to always be by his side no matter what. I'm going to help him in any way he wants me to help him. But yeah, I think what my takeaway from all this is just that I was so devastated because I'm like, okay, I could have had one last opportunity to maybe talk to this guy, and who knows? I'm not, like I said, it wasn't going to be rekindling, oh, we're going to get back together. No. I don't want to get back with that guy romantically. Nah, honestly, I have eyes on someone else, but I'm not going to say because I don't want to ruin anything. And I know it's stupid because one thing I have learned from all of this with my cousin and with now my ex is that people's time does not always match with mine. And every time when I think, okay, I'm good, I'll talk to these people later, or okay, I can just come around to this later because I'm too scared to confront them. I'm too nervous to express how I feel without triggering someone. So I just keep it to myself. And now these opportunities are long gone and taken because I was too scared. I didn't have the confidence to say something. So going forward, learning from the tragedy, both for my cousin and now for my ex, is that whatever opportunity comes my way, I should not be scared. I should just say what's on my mind. I shouldn't just be like, okay, everything's going to be fine. I'll just talk to them later. No, because sometimes people might not have later, And some people just need to hear something right then and there. So, yes, this is just basically a new eye-opening moment for myself of reflection of okay, when an opportunity presents itself to me, take it. Doesn't matter if it's scary, I gotta do it, So that's just basically what it is. I do regret just kind of wasting that time that I could have talked to him. But like I said, it's not like I would change his mind. I don't hold myself to that at all. But just knowing that maybe I could have just had this one last conversation with him and maybe try to be on good cordial terms like I always wanted. It could have probably happened, it could not, but who knows? I guess it's just that I would never know because I never said anything. I never done anything. I was just so scared. And I shouldn't have to be scared. I need to have more confidence in myself. Yeah, if I get it wrong, I get it wrong. But hey, at least you live, you learn, And yeah, honestly, as much as I think about all the bad things he had done to me, I keep forgetting that there's also the good things he has done. He has also showed hey, that I have this capacity, this actual, that he showed me basically that love is possible. I thought I could never love someone, honestly. But now, that opened a whole door. And then with my former crush, also opened a whole door now to saying, okay, I could have love. Someone is there, This person, who knows? Even the person I probably have a crush on now could be my person. Who knows? Or it could be someone else. Well, all I know is I gotta learn how to love myself first. And I think that's what I think that's something that my ex and my cousin just didn't have is they didn't have that love for themselves. And that led them down this whole dark path that unfortunately they just couldn't take it anymore. And for me, I do love myself a lot, even though I get down and out. But I always know I'm like, hey, I gotta keep going. I have to keep going. So, yeah, you know, going forward, I'm going to always keep going. I'm going to take every opportunity that's given to me. If an opportunity presents itself and it's like, hey, you know, we got this new job opportunity for you. Or, hey, you know, your crush wants to talk to you and ask you, like, how you feel. I just got to go for it, you know. I should not be afraid of rejections. I should not be afraid of messing things up. I should just embrace who I am and love who I am and learn from all my mistakes and past experiences. So, again, I do feel bad for my ex and also my cousin, how they just didn't find that motivation for themselves anymore. But I will always go forward. I will always keep their memories, you know, as an experience, and also like all the good things. Well, especially with my ex, I will always remember the good things he had done as well, because he wasn't always a bad person, and I never wish anything bad on him. But yeah, I just think it's just sad, because I don't know how you can mourn someone twice. But here I am making a video about it. So yeah, I mean, this is the guy who who basically saw a whole future with me, you know, wife and everything. I was like, but now I can see that being a possibility, like opening myself up to that and believing in that whole love and everything like that. But I need to find that in myself. And then also, like I said, even finding it now, it's still a process, and it's still gonna be a thing I'm gonna keep learning. So just know, you guys, that I will be okay. I am working on it. I do love myself. I do love the opportunities that are coming. I do have a big, strong feeling about 2026 that things are just going to really just click in place for me in the love department, in the like in my filmmaking, you know, in my fitness, everything. I just feel like it's going to wind up. I'm ready to embrace the change, and I'm ready to see the opportunities that are going to present itself to me, and I'm just ready for, like, you know, this closure out for 2025. Yeah, like I said, basically RIP to my ex. You did not deserve that. I would never want that for you. But yeah, everyone, just make sure you take care of yourselves, all right?